So I reiterate, in practical number 1, what we have done, we stick to the same schema, HR. The source was employees table. The target was the employees copy table. We copied data from the source to the employees copy table. But the schema was same, HR to HR. In lab number 2, we copied data from HR to core. And what we did, we kept the base structure ready, the base table, empty base table ready in the core schema. And again, we copied data from source to table. In practical number 3, again we copied table to table, but the difference was that base table was not ready in the database. We generated that from SQL, from Informatica, and then we copied that data into the target table. So we tried to work with the source, that is the table. The target is the table today. And we used workflow to run this whole job. And in the mapping designer, we mapped the relation, like which column is going to map to which particular column and how the data is going to be transferred from the source to the target. Right? So these are the 3 labs. There can be many such labs, like I can create one table with only 2 columns and I can check, like out of 10 columns, if I map only 2 columns, then whether that data will go. Or I can do, I can try with different table. I can try with departments table, how the data will be, moving from one end to the other end. So there can be many such options given. We are trying them all step by step. Okay, so these 3 labs, please practice them thoroughly once again. Anushka, go back to your SQL plus C. Connect as HR, Anushka. Select staff from tab. How many tables are there in HR schema? 8 tables are there and 1 view is there, whatever. Now, under HR schema, under HR user, or under his scope, there are 8 tables. So who is the owner of these tables? HR. Very good. Now, there is also a other user called as core. While installing Informatica, we created 2 users, core and infa. Now, these 2 users also are registered or are known by your Oracle database. When we configured, when we installed SQL Developer, if you can go back and recollect, you created 2 users, core and infa, and then you created a new database connection with core and infa. So those users were created in SQL Developer, plus we created a database connection, again a bridge between SQL Developer and your Oracle. What did we tell there? We told we are creating one user with the name core, and he will be extracting, or maybe he will be working with Oracle database. Now, how to confirm that Oracle identifies core schema? So I will write, Anushka, write connect to core schema now, Anushka. Connect. Core user. Connect to the core user. core/core. Correct? Enter. Now, what have we done? What have we done, Anushka, now?
We have done now connected with core.
Correct. Now we have connected to the core schema. That means Now we have connected as the core user. How will we find how many tables are there in core schema? Which command should I fire?
Select start from tab.
Fantastic. Fire that command. Wonderful. How many tables are there? 0 tables are there. Now, using Informatica, what are we going to do? We are going to copy one table from the HR schema into the core schema. Are there any tables into the core schema?
No, ma'am.
No. What is using Informatica? What are we going to do? We are going to copy any one table, maybe countries, departments, whatever, XYZ, job history, and whatever. One table we want to copy from HR schema to core schema. In the previous lab, what we did? Can anyone tell me in the previous lab what we did?
Yes, we did
Alam, Nikhil, Varun, can anyone tell what we did in the previous lab? Nazish, Nargesh.
Connecting the employee table.
Sorry?
Connecting employee table to employee copy table.
Very good. We copied data from employees table to employees copy. Who was the owner of both the tables?
HR.
HR.
Wonderful. HR. So we copied data from one schema to the same schema. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. Now what we are doing? We are doing copying data from one table to other table. Understanding now in the second part what we are going to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. And we are proving that. See, when we are connecting as core schema, we are checking how many tables he has. Nothing. 0. No tables. Now, after coming back from Informatica, we will again check over here whether there are tables or not. This is the question. Now, how to solve this question? Anushka, go to Informatica, designer window. Correct. Now, we have one source called as employee. We have one target called as employee, whatever, copy. Correct. Now, Anushka, right click on the gray area in the mapping designer window, gray area. Right click.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry. Come back on your employee na, in your left hand side menu. Click on employees table.
Yes, ma'am.
Click there. And in your top menu, go to the source designer window. Move your cursor a bit up. Correct. Very good. Very good, Anushka. Click there. Great. Now you already have the employees as your source. Now it can be employees as your source. If I want to go and pick other table, I can go and pick other table also. However, if I don't want this table, what will I do? I will go to sources. Okay, Anushka, click on sources in the menu. Import from database. Correct. Click on connect. Plus sign. It will take 1 or 2 minutes to load the tables, and you select other table. If you are interested in other table, select the other table. Click on table. So here you have the list of tables. So you can select any table as your source. As per my business requirement, my source from my source, any table can be my source. Getting everyone? So let us continue with the employees table. Right? If you want to select other, you can select other, or we'll continue with the employees table. After you select the required table, since I'm into source, my ODBC data source is my connection have a look, pay attention to the connection also. My Oracle source, my ODBC data source is is connected via the HR schema. What is that ODBC data source? That is the bridge, the easiest formula to remember. The connection string in Java, in your other programming language, you will always use this terminology called as connect. Anushka, you will use no, sorry, nothing. You will use this terminology called as connection string. Connection string is nothing. Connection string is a bridge which helps you to connect to two things. See the name, connection string. What is that doing? That will have certain parameters. What parameters? Like what is required to connect from one end to the other end. Simple example I gave you, to connect two cities, we have a bridge. That is nothing but your connection string. Click OK.
Employees table is already exists.
You can say replace, no problem. Okay. Now over here, this is my source. Right. I'm sticking to the same source. Now what I will do? I will go to the target. Click on target in the menu option at the top. Nee. Correct. Target designer window. Correct. Here already I have this employees copy. Correct. So I don't want this. Now right click in the gray area and say clear all. Now my target is something else. My target is not employees copy. My target is going to be a new table. Correct. My target is going to be a new table. So now there are two ways to handle this. One, I can create the target table into the database at the backend. Or second, I can generate the table here itself. So we are going to see both the things. So first we will see the easy one. What we'll do? We'll go to the database and we'll keep that table ready. But where are we going to keep that table ready? We are going to keep that table ready, that structure ready under the core schema. Why? Because I want to copy the data from HR schema to core schema. You're understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you people following what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Is everyone taking a nap after nice good lunch?
No, ma'am.
No, na? We cannot afford to take a nap right now. You can do it after on your weekends. Not now. We already have lost a lot of time last week. Okay. Anushka, go back to your SQL Plus. Here there are no tables. Now what is the first use case? The first use case is we create an empty table over here because we want to pour that data from HR schema into this schema. So right, Anushka, right.
Yes, ma'am.
But now will can anyone answer me this? Will the create table command, will core user be able to create a table, create a copy of the table which maps to the HR schema? Okay, write this command. Create Let us see if this command works over here. Create table. What name can we give? EMP core copy. EMP core copy. As select star from HR.employees. HR.employees. That means why I'm putting that HR.employees? Because the table is where? The table is in the HR schema. Where am I right now? I'm into the core schema. So now say describe EMP core whatever name you have given. EMP core copy. Core copy. So the table is created. Count the number of rows into the table. Select count of star. Select count of star from that whatever name you have given. Correct. Now truncate that. We are emptying that table. And again, what happened? Truncate table, Anushka. Truncate table. You have forgotten to use the table keyword. And now say select count star again. Okay. Now scroll up a bit, Anushka. Scroll up a bit. One more step. One more. That's it. So see here, guys, what we have done. Again, one more time explanation. We have created, as you can see on Anushka's screen, we have connected as core. Initially, there were no tables. Select star from tab. No rows selected. We created one table in the core schema using the create command. But just check the select statement. Select star from HR.employees. Because I am working in some other schema. I am in core schema. That employees table is not owned by me. Hence, I have schema name dot table name. So I'm creating a copy of the table with some other user's reference object, that is employees table. I created that. I checked whether the table is correctly created using the describe. I checked the number of rows. There were 107. So I truncated that. That means what? I have made it empty. So now what is remaining? Only the structure of the table remaining. Are there any rows in that? No, there are not any rows in that. Now how will I bring that rows? I will bring that from HR schema. Where I will bring? Into the core schema. Correct? Now go to the designer window. Correct. Now here I am into the target designer. My source is fixed. My source is employees that we have already checked. Anna, Anushka, create on that source designer. Correct. My source is fixed. Now the target structure I have created into the Oracle database. Click on that. Very good. Go to the target menu. Import from database. Very good. Now Anushka is knowing where to click and what to do. Anushka, now wait, Anushka, wait. Now here is a change. Now select your Oracle target this thing. ODBC data source should be Oracle target. Correct. And who is your Anushka, wait. Who is your target schema now? Where you want to copy the data? In which schema are we copying the data?
In HR.
No. In which schema we are copying the data?
Core, ma'am. CORE.
Correct. We are copying it in the core schema. Anushka, go back to your SQL Plus. What is HR? Who is HR? HR is the source.
Yes, ma'am.
Core is your target this time. Is everyone understanding this? If no, please let me know in time. Yes, no.
Yes, ma'am.
Ashish, Nargesh, Nazish, Ishita,
Yes, ma'am.
Parul, Varun. Are you people following this? What we are saying? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Then go back to your designer window, Anushka. My target is my core, not HR. So change the username to core and password directly to core. Connect. Tables. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. See, this employee core copy, have we created in the database just now? Yes. Under which schema? Under core schema. It is ready. This is my target. Here I am going to load the data. So select that and click OK. See, this is my target. See, under target now you will see two tables. One is the employees copy from the previous practical and now employee core copy. That means you're copying into the core schema. है ना? Drag it, Anushka. Drag it. Very good. Correct. And move to your left. Correct. Very good. Now this is your target. I'm going to target. Is this empty or does this contain row or is it empty? Is it empty table or does it contain rows?
Empty table, ma'am.
Wonderful. This is empty. This is empty. Where should we confirm that this is empty? How will I confirm that this table is empty? I need to go and check in my database, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I need to go and check in my, just now we saw, na? Select count of star from employee core copy. It is empty, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Anushka, are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
So now go to the third window, that is the mapping designer. Sorry, the last one, mapping designer. Correct. Click there. Right. Now go to mappings menu. Nee, Anushka. New mapping. Go to mapping menu. No, menu option. Create a new, correct. Create a new mapping. Now here you give the name as employee core mapping. That means we are copying into the core schema. From the name itself, you should be able to make it like what practicals we have done. Click on OK. Correct. Now drag the source. Second one. Correct. Drag the source. Nee, Anushka, that is correct. That is not a problem. On the left hand side, the employee table is there, na, your source. Employee. Source. Anushka, source. Drag that. Very good. Wait. Don't do anything. Now drag your employee core copy. To the right. Bas, that's it. Now your employee ID is there in your source qualifier.
Yes, ma'am.
In your source qualifier. Which is your source qualifier table? The yellow one.
Yes, ma'am.
See, the employee ID column is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Come to the left of it. No. Anushka, that blank space is there, na? With the employee ID, you have a blank space. Click there. Correct. Very good. Click there. Now right click. Select all. Very good. Now take your pointer to the gray area. In the next to employee ID, there is a blue small box. Nee, Anushka, you have the select is gone. Again, do that. Wait. Don't click anywhere now. Anushka, wait. See, next to the employee ID, there is a blue box. Down. Next to employee ID. On the left hand side. Next to the arrow. Go up. First, that's it. Now you have to drag this, hold it, drag it and put it on the employee ID of the purple table. Hold it, drag it. Very good. Now, don't worry. It will come. Right click in the gray area and say arrange all. Right? Now, don't do anything. Correct. Wonderful. That's it. So this is your source, your green, your yellow is your source qualifier, and your purple one is your target. I'm copying the data from employees table. The yellow table is the Informatica generated table, which will convert all the Oracle data types into Informatica data type. The purple table is the target table. The green table, the source table, is from the HR schema. The purple table
is an empty table in the core schema. I'm going to load the data from employees table under HR user into the purple table in the core schema. I'm going to do this activity. Okay. Now save this. Control S. See, I got a message. Mapping. Why mapping tab to tab? Core mapping should be valid. Scroll up, Anushka. See this core mapping is valid. Nee. Correct. See this core mapping is valid because I could see that tab to tab. Nee, this one should be valid because we are working on this mapping. Right. Now save it once again. Say Control S. Correct. No changes. See that purposely I'm showing you this. No changes detected in the currently active folder. That means if you try to save without changes, then it will give this message. But this is not any error or something. This is just the Informatica tool says you have not made any change and still you're trying to save again and again. So are you sure that you don't want you don't want this data to be copied to other folder? So no, I by mistakenly have saved twice. Okay, so simply say okay. So don't worry if you're saving it twice. You will just get this warning. Okay, now my third step. I go to the workflow. Correct. Now I create a new workflow. Anushka, go to view. Go to view and say navigator. Correct. Now go to workflows. Create a new workflow. EMP core underscore workflow. EMP core underscore workflow. Okay. Okay. The green button, the start button will come. Drag the session. Wait. Where is session, Anushka? At the top in the icon. Next to the arrow. Next to the arrow. No. You're going from top to bottom. Come from the topmost one, na? No, Anushka. Where is your mouse arrow? See the symbol at the top in the menu option, Anushka, is similar to your mouse arrow. There is one arrow, na? Yes, ma'am, here. Next to that you have session. Drag that. Correct. Leave it. Click. Now my mapping is which one? Core mapping is my mapping. Click OK. Correct. Now the link tab, Anushka. Correct. Join it. Hey, Anushka, you haven't clicked that. You just put your click that. Click. Now drag. Correct. Very good. Now select the session. Select the session. No. The EMP S underscore EMP core map is there now. That is called a session. No. Cancel this. Right click. Edit. No, Anushka. You have remove this. Select. Right click. Edit. Mapping. SQ underscore employees. Correct. Your SQ, your employees is the reader, and my DB connection string is my source. Okay. Click on target, the below one. That is core copy. Correct. Now, here you have to make one important change. See, my DB connection is not my source. My DB connection is my target. In my target is my core schema. So, in the DB connection, next to Oracle source, there is one small arrow mark. Click that. Nahi, Anushka. Connection. The second one, the middle one. Come to the blue line. Come down. Come down. Down. Bus. There only in Oracle source. Oracle source. See, there's an arrow mark. No, don't change that. Click that. Select Oracle target. Okay. Okay. Now say apply. Okay. Control S. Save. Control S. See, employee core WF is valid. Right click, start workflow. Hello, Anushka? Right click, start workflow. Go to the monitor window. At the bottom on your taskbar, monitor window. Here you will see, if you see, if the first block under repository PCIRS, Anushka, no, you need to drag that on the right hand side so that you will be able to see which workflow is running. The gray line, drag it on the right hand side. No, not this one. Okay, okay, fine. Go to your database. Oracle database. Scroll down. Now just put a /. Enter. Now see, / is what? Run the last command. The count of employee core copy was initially 0. Now it has become 107. In the core schema, we have copied the table from the HR schema. Have you understood this, what we have done?
Yes, ma'am.
Others? Varun, Alam, Nargish, Nazish, Ishita. Ishita is not there. Is there.
Yes, ma'am.
From one schema, we have copied it into other schema. Followed or not followed? I understand this is your first day. It's not expected to be understood in the very first chance. But maximum we are trying to make it understand step by step. One more lab we will do. and then I want everyone to practice on these 3 labs thoroughly, because if I move ahead, I don't have any problem in moving ahead, like with table to CSV, CSV to table, filter transformation, source qualifier transformation, router, sorter, joiner, lookup. All these are the different experiments that we have to do. But I think for today, these 3, if you can digest these 3 today, it will be helpful for you to understand the things tomorrow. So what you want to do? You want to do the next one, and then should we stop and you will practice, and others, those who are stuck in your installation, can show me the installation, or you want me to take the next one? How?
First point.
Okay. So one more we will do, and then now Anushka say fire a command over here, select star from tab. And say show user. Now we are under the core schema, and under core schema there is only one table, EMP core copy, and that too just now we have created, so that the data from employees table is copied into this employee core copy. This is lab number 2. Now in lab number 3, what we are going to do is, we are not going to create the table over here. In the initial experiment, what we did, we created an empty table over here under the core schema, right? But now what I will do, I will not create any table. I'm not creating any table, only the source is there, but the table structure into which I want to copy, I'm not creating it in Oracle. I directly will take help from Informatica to create a table into the database and then load the data into that. This is my practical number 3. Right. So go to the designer window. One sec, hold on. Okay. So sorry to keep you people on hold. What is the third one? Yeah. Now we are not going to create any table in the background, and directly we are going to take help from Informatica to create the table into the database and then load the table. Okay. So the third one, the source we will keep it as same. Okay. Now go to Anushka, go to designer, target designer. Source is going to be the same, or you can click on source and show that the source is the same. The same employees table. Go to target designer. Here right click clear all. In the gray area, right click clear all. Clear all. Correct. Now, go to target, or we will do one thing. Wait, we will follow some other procedure. Okay. What? Remove. I mean, no. Don't select from the. Just click outside. Yeah. What you do is drag the employees copy table is there na, in your target.
Employees copy table.
Huh. Okay, 1 minute, wait. Okay. Right click on this table. Select the table. Right click. Go to edit. Here say click on rename. Right side, top. Here say employees
Employees, generate SQL copy. No, employees generate SQL. Employees generate SQL copy. Now why I'm giving that name as generate SQL, I'll tell you. Click OK. Apply OK. So now you can see the name of the target table has been changed. Okay. The name of the target table is changed to okay. Now go back to the your SQL Plus. Back to SQL Plus. Here you can see you can write select star from, or you can say describe. However, that table, whatever the table name is there, you gave EMP generate SQL. No. Acha. This table will not be there. Correct? Because this table we have not created into the schema. Correct? So minimize this. Minimize this. Correct. Now go to targets. Menu. Import from database. One sec. Cancel this. Go to import from database once again. Go to targets. Import from database. Okay. Go to say connect. Under core schema. One second. Okay. Here the table is not there. Cancel this. Cancel this. Again, go to target. At the bottom, you will see the last option, generate from SQL. Last. Click there. Correct. Now you can see over here that in the what is that? In the core schema, there is no table created. We are creating it with the help of what do you call with Informatica. Okay. Now the second one, the selected tables is there. Na? Selected tables keep. Yeah, select that. Select that. Okay. We don't want to create all the tables. We have to just create the selected one. That is the employee one. Right. Now what are you going to do? Create the table. So the table we are going to create it from here. We have not created it in the background. We are going to create it over from here. If you want the primary key and the foreign key, then you will keep the checkbox checked. If you don't want the primary key foreign key relationship, then you will keep it unchecked. It depends upon us how we want to do it. Now say generate and execute. No, generate and below. Generate and execute. Okay, username. Who is the user? It is HR. Say connect. Right? And close this. Right. Now go back to your SQL Plus. Connect as the HR user. Okay. Just check whether the table is there. Yeah. So, and you can say describe. So you will see that the table has been created under this particular schema. Now, like your first lab, we are just going to dump that data from here to there. The difference between the earlier lab and this lab is the table was not there. We have created the table from Informatica and then we are dumping that data into this table. Okay, the table in the second lab, what we did, we created one empty table into the core schema and then we brought that data over here. In this experiment, what we are doing, there is no table into the lab, into the Oracle database. We have created one table from Informatica that you can see over here. This table was not there. Now it has been generated using Informatica. Now we will pour the data from, from the employees into this employee generate SQL copy. Right. So go back to your designer. Right. Now again, go to the mapping. Correct. Create a new mapping. Click on mapping, create. Now again, you can give EMP generate SQL mapping. Click OK. Drag the source, that is employees. Employees. Drag the employee generate SQL copy. Map it, employee ID column to column mapping. No, that will happen automatically. Click on the employee ID next, the space next to employee ID column. Right click, select all. Drag it. First one. Employee ID to employee ID. No. In the purple table only. But the first one, the correct column. Correct. Leave it. Correct. Now right click, say arrange all. It will arrange for itself. You don't have to do anything. Correct. Now this is done. Okay. Save the change. Control S. Go to your SQL Plus once. Check the count in the employee generate SQL table. Say select count star from employee generate SQL. Ideally, it should be 0 because we have created the table just now through Informatica. See, it has 0 because it's a newly created table. But I have not fired any create table command in my database. I have never written create table employees generate SQL copy over here. But then who created the table for me? Informatica created. How did it create? I went and clicked on the option generate SQL. That means Informatica has the capacity to generate the SQL statement which fires in the backend database and creates a table into the backend database. Correct. Minimize this, go to the designer window. Correct. Save the change. It's already valid. Fine. Go to the workflow. Create a new workflow. Give the workflow name EMP generate SQL. Workflow WF. Okay. Session. Drag it. Generate SQL. Okay. Link. Right click on session. Edit. SQ. It's the source qualifier. Mapping. Go to mapping. Source qualifier. My reader is my source. Okay. And my target. Go to my target. My target is also in the HR schema, so I'll not change it this time. But you have to check one thing is at the very first parameter. In the target, it should always be relational writer, and in the source, it should always be relational reader. Where from I am reading and from where I am copying. See at the very bottom above the OK button, it is writing you that above the OK button. Employees generate SQL copy is the table where this workflow is going to write. Okay, so you have to make sure that the read and the write tables are correct. So click OK. Right. Save the change. Control S. The workflow is valid. Right click, start workflow. Monitor, go in the monitor window, monitor whether that workflow is succeeded or not. Okay. So more details about this monitor window, I'll tell you tomorrow. Today, just observe whether it is succeeding or not. Right. So the confirmation will be given by your database. Go to your database. SQL Plus. /. See, the count has come 107. That means now your employees generate SQL copy has 107 rows. Initially, there was 0. Now it has got 107. So I reiterate, in practical number 1, what we have done, we stick to the same schema, HR. The source was employees table. The target was the employees copy table. We copied data from the source to the employees copy table. But the schema was same, HR to HR. In lab number 2, we copied data from HR to core. And what we did, we kept the base structure ready, the base table, empty base table ready in the core schema. And again, we copied data from source to table. In practical number 3, again we copied table to table, but the difference was that base table was not ready in the database. We generated that from SQL, from Informatica, and then we copied that data into the target table. So we tried to work with the source, that is the table. The target is the table today. And we used workflow to run this whole job. And in the mapping designer, we mapped the relation, like which column is going to map to which particular column and how the data is going to be transferred from the source to the target. Right? So these are the 3 labs. There can be many such labs, like I can create one table with only 2 columns and I can check, like out of 10 columns, if I map only 2 columns, then whether that data will go. Or I can do, I can try with different table. I can try with departments table, how the data will be, moving from one end to the other end. So there can be many such options given. We are trying them all step by step. Okay, so these 3 labs, please practice them thoroughly once again, like how to transfer the data from source to target. We are working on option number 1, that is table to table. We are just working on the option table to table. Hopefully all the 3 labs are